The story of Beverly Shores is a story of failure and adaptation. In the 1830s, Michigan City banker Chauncey Blair bought the land that is now Beverly Shores and tried to develop parts of it for agricultural use. But as the land was primarily swamp, Blair was only successful in growing cranberries. The Eastern Indiana Company bought the property in 1908 and also attempted to use the land for agriculture. They tried everything, from growing berries to raising cattle to harvesting lumber, and yet all their attempts were unsuccessful. In the 1920s, they sold their portion of the land to the Indiana Dunes State Park, and a developer named Frederick Bartlett bought the land from the park in 1927. The Frederick Bartlett Realty Company was a successful firm in Chicago. Bartlett bought this land, seeing its close proximity to Chicago, and thought it could be an urban escape, styled like a Florida resort town, but close to home. Unfortunately, the roads surrounding the land were not straightforward routes, and there was no train to take prospective clients to Beverly Shores. He partnered with Samuel Insull of the South Shore Railroad to build a station in Beverly Shores. A large reason Beverly Shores became a successful development was Insull's involvement. Together, Insull and Bartlett created access for prospective buyers and wooed those buyers with newspaper ads and South Shore posters. Frederick Bartlett sold his shares to his younger brother Robert after only 6 years, but had already platted around 6,800 lots and built an administrative building, school, and golf course. Robert Bartlett was more enthusiastic than his brother and immediately began an aggressive marketing strategy. During the summer of 1934, Bartlett opened the $100,000 Beverly Shores Hotel, expanded and reorganized the country club on the golf course, and built 16 homes and planned 5 more. While his company was earning money, Bartlett still needed something to gain momentum. At this time, the Century of Progress World's Fair was popular. Bartlett had the idea to buy the show homes and bring them to Beverly Shores, setting up a secondary fairground that would bring attention to the development as well as encourage tourism. He purchased 6 homes from the architectural exhibit and 10 from the Colonial Village exhibit. While the Century of Progress homes increased interest in the area, by 1938, 4 of the houses were still not occupied. Robert was disappointed in the lukewarm reception of the fair homes, and with the added pressures of World War II, he quit the area in 1945, selling his remaining holdings to the local landowners. Unfortunately for Beverly Shores, it had not developed outside of Bartlett's influence. All of their necessary services were provided by the Robert Bartlett Realty Company. When Bartlett left, the residents of Beverly Shores had no municipal water, and there were no police or fire departments. Bartlett had moved on to other ventures, perceiving Beverly Shores as a failed project. Out of necessity, the community adapted to Bartlett's absence. They established a town board, police and fire departments, and took control of their situation. In the process, they created a cohesive town that celebrates its unique elements and cherishes its history.